Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Discriminating Gamer. I gotta tell you, I'm thinking of breaking up with the Invisible Girl. I don't know what I ever saw in her. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're gonna go ahead and take a look at Marvel Legendary 2099 from Upper Deck.
We'll get back to the review in just a moment. I want to take a minute to ask you to check out my other channel, that is Cody Carlson, PhD, where we talk about history, books on history, military history. I even post some of my lectures for my classes on there. Please check that out. Please subscribe to that channel. And now, back to the review.
Marvel Legendary 2029 takes place in the far distant future of 2029, and our heroes have vowed to stop these evil corporations who are spreading ruin and chaos throughout the world. Now, first of all, we've got some new keywords here. First of all, we got cyber mods. Cyber mods essentially give you special abilities if they trigger based on cards in your victory pile. If you have a number of victory cards in the pile, then you can go ahead and use these special abilities with cyber mods. Your enemies too can also use the cyber mod abilities based on the cards in your victory pile. Now, some cards have the keyword Fated Future. What that means is if you play Fated Future, you can then place that card back at the bottom of your deck, which may be helpful if at times you can predict cards coming up. You'll have a better idea of knowing what that card is. But also, too, some of these cards are really good, have good abilities. You can use them more than once before reshuffling your deck. Another keyword is enchanted weapons. Now, some of your villains will have enchanted weapons and then a number behind it. That means you're going to draw that number of cards from the villain deck. The top of the villain deck, you're going to look at the victory point values, and you're going to add those values to the attack value of that card, making them harder to take down for that round. Now, whether you defeat the villain or not, you place all those cards you drew at the bottom of the villain deck. Now, you got something else here. You've got adapting masterminds. Instead of just one mastermind with 4 tactics beneath it, here you have 4 or 6 essentially mastermind tactic cards. They move around, they spin around, they change, they adapt frequently, so you're attacking them, but certain events can trigger, and they are forced to adapt, meaning you shuffle that and you bring out the new mastermind for as long as it takes for that one to either be defeated or to adapt. Now, the 2 masterminds this comes with are the Alchemex Executives or the Sinister Six. Each one of these masterminds, as I say, is going to switch over into different masterminds throughout the game, so the master strikes are constantly changing and the conditions of that card are constantly changing the game. You've got 2 new villain groups in this deck. First of all, you've got the False Azir of Alchemy, those kooky friends of Loki. Then you've got the Alchemex Enforcers, the dreadful enforcers of the evil Alchemex Corporation. Now, we've got 5 heroes in this set. We have got Doctor Doom, 2099. Ghost Rider, 2029. Hulk, 2029. Ravage, 2099. And Spider-Man, 2099. Each of these heroes have different advantages that play off of the keywords that were introduced in this set. And of course, this game comes with 4 new schemes. You've got Subjugate Earth with mega corporations. Become President of the United States. Befoul Earth into a polluted wasteland. And pull reality into cyberspace. So this is an interesting set. I'm not familiar with the comic book it's based on, so I kind of didn't know thematically what to expect from this set, but that's very true of much of these Marvel Legendary expansions. I'm usually not overly familiar with the IP that they are bringing. That is to say, the specific IP of the set. So I'm playing this, and first of all, I'll tell you right now, I'm in love with the adapting masterminds. I think that is such a fun and interesting and unique system there. I really like that one quite a bit. I like how they adapt. I like how they change. I like how you're never quite sure from turn to turn who you're going to be fighting. And to me, that was just awesome. I really had fun with that aspect of this expansion. The enchanted weapons. Now, that's not new. We saw that, I think, in Fear itself, which was part of the villains game. But that's rough. That can really add a lot of power to your enemies. So that was a kind of a fun and interesting keyword here. The cyber mods. Cyber mods is a pretty heavy part of this expansion, and I thought it was okay. It didn't thrill me. I mean, it just seems another way to go into your cards and to find stuff, or into your victory pile and find stuff that can activate other things. It seems like we've seen that before in other ways. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I wasn't thrilled with the way cyber mods worked. It wasn't terrible. It didn't detract from the game. It just didn't thrill me about it. I did like Faded Future. I thought it was fun that you could replay a card. You play a card, you can put it back in the bottom of your deck. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought the schemes generally were pretty good. The Pole Reality into cyberspace was a pretty simple one, but it was fun. I liked the variations that came with the President one and the Mega Corporations. I also thought that one was really good as well. Generally, some of the better schemes I've seen in a while here. All told, I thought this was a good, solid set. It's not my favorite. It's not the worst, but it's good, and it's a fun set. I had fun with it. To me, the highlight again is those masterminds, those changing masterminds. That was a lot of fun. I would really like to see more sets that do that, because that keeps you on your toes. It was really cool. Recommendation for Legendary Marvel 2099. I'm going to say try it before you buy it. Like I say, it's not an amazing set, but it's not the worst set. It's kind of in the middle here. I'd say it's a positive try it before you buy it. I liked it. I had fun with it. I don't know that if I had choices between which ones to buy, this would be the first one I'd go for. But it's worth playing, definitely, if you get a chance. And so try it before you buy it. Thank you once again for joining us today on The Discriminating Gamer. As always, I'd ask you to please leave a comment here on YouTube, on Board Game Geek, on our Facebook page, or on thediscriminatinggamer.com. I'd ask you to please like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter. I'd also ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to please check out my other channel, that is Cody Carlson, PhD, where we talk about military history, books on history, fun things like that. I'd ask you to please subscribe to that channel. It would mean a lot to me. Also, please leave a thumb for this video on Board Game Geek, and if you are a fan of the channel, if you like the content we bring you, I'd humbly ask you to click on the Super Thanks button and leave a tip. You know, people often ask me why I hang grapes to dry all around my house. Well, I have my reasons. Please somebody help me on my feet again, and I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know where I've been. Please somebody help me on the solid ground. It's a long time.
Listen, if you like this review, subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave a comment.
And if you don't like it, then keep your mouth shut.